How do implied assertions avoid hearsay rules? Imagine you're in a courtroom and a witness says, "He looked nervous." Did they just make a statement about the person's feelings? Not exactly. That's where implied assertions come into play. They are not direct claims but hints or suggestions that the fact finder can interpret. The key question is whether the statement was meant to assert something directly or if it just hints at it. Hearsay rules are designed to prevent unreliable out-of-court statements from being used as evidence to prove the truth of what they say. But implied assertions are different because they don't explicitly state a fact. Instead, they suggest a fact through conduct or words that requiring interpretation. For example, if someone writes a note saying, "The police are here," they are not directly claiming the police are present. Instead, they imply it, which makes it tricky to classify under hearsay rules. Courts look at whether the person who made the statement intended to assert the fact. If they did not intend to make that assertion, then it is less likely to be considered hearsay. Some courts use an intent test, which asks if the declarant meant to assert the fact. If the answer is no, then the statement might be admitted for a different purpose, like showing the person's state of mind or belief. Another approach is the literal test, which checks if the statement explicitly claims a fact. If it does not, then it might be an implied assertion. But courts often treat implied assertions with caution because they depend on how the fact finder interprets the statement. They can be admitted if they fall under certain exceptions or are used for purposes other than proving the implied fact. In court, lawyers and judges need to carefully analyze whether a statement is a direct assertion or an implied one. This analysis helps decide if hearsay rules apply. If it is an implied assertion, it might be allowed if it's used to show something like the person's belief or intent, not the actual fact. Understanding this distinction helps protect the rights of everyone involved and ensures evidence is used fairly.